So Hyundai's just released the full packaging information for the 2027 Santa Fe's lineup, and despite some articles stating online that there was a heavy refresh or a new version of the Santa Fe coming, that is not going to be the case, at least here for the North American market, as those major changes are now slated for the 2028 model year. So here in today's video, we're going to run through all of the changes that are occurring in the 2027 Santa Fe lineup, which is largely a carryover from the last couple of years, and then touch on the current pricing, what I believe is happening in terms of a timeline for this new heavy refresh version of the Santa Fe, which should include the latest PLEOS next generation infotainment and technology, and also some new powertrains that could be debuted and revealed with this refresh that is now going to be coming for 2028 in North America, not for 2027. So without further ado, let's not waste time and get right into it. So starting out with the deletions or features that are no longer to be offered moving into 2027. There is actually one change, and this is Rockwood Green is being discontinued within the Santa Fe's lineup. And I think this is because Rockwood Green is going away entirely, also on the Santa Cruz, as well as, of course, on the current generation Tucson, which is offered in preparation of that new next generation Tucson, which has been confirmed and is likely going to be debuted sometime either in Q3 or Q4 of this year and available by next calendar year at your local dealership. But that's for a separate video, and the rest of the exterior colors are going to be offered, so no change in terms of color combinations. Now, in terms of the current 2026 pricing for the last half of this model year, an SE all-wheel drive comes in at $38,450, including destination. SEL, $40,990. XRT, $43,640, all the way up to $51,000 for a fully loaded calligraphy 2.5-liter turbo gas. And then the hybrid starts out at $39,800 for an SE all-wheel drive. You can get front-wheel drive on both every trim of gas and hybrid for a lesser charge. Very uncommon, at least here in the Midwest. And a calligraphy hybrid all-wheel drive is going to top out at $52,100, including destination. So we'll have to see what 2027 pricing will bring. I'll leave that latest information down in the comment section below with a little pinned comment once that has been released by Hyundai. But I don't expect any major changes, given that there's no change of where this is built. There's no major tariff impacts, at least. Hopefully Hyundai will not be passing along any of that to consumers, and a couple $100 price increases, pretty traditional for Hyundai for model years that are going to be a carryover and not an all-new next generation. Now, speaking of that new next generation Santa Fe, now scheduled for 2028 model year here in North America, the reason I think Hyundai's holding off a little bit, or potentially holding off, there could be some brand new powertrains that are revealed with Santa Fe. Now, none of this information is confirmed, all speculation on my part, but there has been some confirmed information from Hyundai in the past that they are working on extended range plug-in vehicles that use a gas engine to charge the battery and basically, power that side of it, where electric motors are driving the wheels and providing you a plug-in experience in terms of charging the battery, but also extended range driving capability, well over 600, maybe even 700 plus miles on a full tank of fuel. And I think the Santa Fe may be one of the vehicles that could debut this technology and kind of this platform within their lineup. Whether or not Santa Fe debuts this for 2028 or whatever model year the new Santa Fe comes in, yet to be determined, but I think it kind of lines up in terms of a timeline. Now, also is going to be a brand new styling to match the next generation Tucson coming out, but it's also likely going to include the updated PLEOS infotainment system on the interior, which could unlock some more advanced driver assistance functions, obviously a different interior layout, and that will be interesting to see. That is confirmed to be coming on Elantra in Tucson later this year. And the Elantra was actually already debuted in Korea just a couple weeks ago. That has the new PLEOS, and can't wait to experience that for myself and see kind of what's changing for Hyundai's next generation technology. But also on the next refresh of the Santa Fe could be just an updated version of the hybrid powertrain, the T-Med 2, which is already actually in the Palisade hybrid. And that should be rolling out to some of their other hybrid vehicles as well, as it basically just kind of redesigns the electric motor setup, the number of electric motors, and how the hybrid system works, because the Santa Fe is still using their older hybrid platform design and technology, which is not only not quite as efficient, but also doesn't have, I think, all the performance benefits, the smoothness and refinement that you will get with T-Med 2, currently found in the Palisade, rolling out to some of the other models as they get refreshed or all new generations. The Tucson could debut that technology as well. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinions as to what's going on with the Santa Fe. Heavy refresh and redesign, and or not really an all new generation because it looks like the same from the body style, but definitely different design. Still going to be somewhat boxy, but hopefully Hyundai changes the light signatures around to give it a less boxy nature. Could debut some new powertrain technologies or some significant updates at least to the hybrid system and maybe an extended range EV version. We'll have to see as far as that goes. And PLEOS infotainment system, I think all but basically confirmed by the SPY images coming with whatever timeline that refresh does occur. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what occurs here for the 2028 model year, likely about a calendar year away from me filming this video. But 2027 Santa Fe going to carry through with what we've known for the last few years. Still a very nice vehicle. I really love the design on the interior. The exterior is subjective, but of course, you know, some people like it, some people don't. I think the Santa Fe certainly does have a space in the mid-size 3-row space, even though it's on the smaller side, provides a decent third row in a pinch, but significant amounts of car capacity behind the second row with the third row seats folded down, and you know, hybrid powertrains, pretty efficient. 2.5 liter turbo is very sporty with the new 8-speed torque converted automatic, since they did away with the dual clutch now for 2026. So a lot of smaller incremental changes over the last couple of years, but Santa Fe largely the same going into 2027. So with all being said, that is the latest information in regards to the Santa Fe. Leave any questions, comments, or your thoughts down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer them. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video and or found it helpful. And make sure you check out some of the other 2027 model year changes here on the channel to get my latest thoughts and opinions on those particular vehicles. But with all being said, I appreciate your support. Hope to see you guys in the next one.